Welcome, everybody, NYTheMD Podcast. Christmas week. Kevin Hurt, Brian Sherrard. We get this started right after this. Let's go. Welcome, Christmas week, everybody. NYTheMD Podcast. Kevin Hurt, Brian Sherrard here. Thank you guys for joining us this morning. This wonderful Christmas week morning here on a Sunday. Thank you, everybody, for following us on Facebook, IG, and the Twitter. NYTheMD Podcast. Of course, we're on StreamYard and YouTube. You can subscribe and like us. We would appreciate it, and leave your comments how much you love the show, how much you love my sweater, which is Merry Sithmas. Of course, you're the Star Wars guy. I gotta show Darth Vader's face. All right. May the force be with the show today. And of course, we're on Spreaker and Stitcher apps, as well as Google Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Spotify, iTunes. Wherever you find podcasts, you will find the NYTheMD Podcast. What's up, B?
May the Christmas spirit be with you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Or Merry Force be with you.
Oh, there we go. All right, I like that. Very good, man. Nice.
I would love if like the Sith or like Darth Vader came out with like a Christmas album. That would be banging. Like Emperor Palpatine.
Yeah,
coming out with Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
Yeah,
that would be.
He's a natural baritone, Hurt. You know.
Yeah. Well, no, yeah. Darth, man, he would have hit those
bass.
low notes.
Actually, he's the bass. I take that back.
Yeah, he's a bass. He would have hit those low notes perfectly, man.
Yeah.
It was the night before the Death Star. that dude. That I'm telling you, he would be good narrating things. I don't know why he never did that in the galaxy.
That's funny.
Emperor Palpatine just reading Christmas stories to bedtime to kids.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God! Doing who's that? What's that? Ebenezer Scrooge. He definitely Ebenezer Scrooge.
Yeah,
that dude is Ebenezer Scrooge. You have the Force, young one. So it'd be in Obi-Wan would be like the Ghost of Christmas Past.
Absolutely,
dude. Luke, Ben. Stop. Anyway, thank you everybody for being here. Listen, I can talk about Star Wars all day, but we won't because we have so much to talk about. Like literally a lot of things going on in just the universe, let alone sports.
Yes.
So the main things this week is that Brian actually watched TV shows that count. So we were proud of him for that. Let's give a hand to Brian. Good job.
Thank you.
He found out about Tiger had a son. That's good. He didn't know that.
I knew he had a son.
He didn't know his son played golf. So there we have.
I knew his son played golf.
All right. So so he found out this week about you know what? That should be how I should begin every show. This week in what Brian found out. Brian found out about Urban Meyer.
Yeah.
He found out about Buck Showalter.
Yeah.
He found out about Tiger Woods and his son.
Wow.
He found out about COVID. Not personally, thank goodness.
Yeah.
Out in the world. He found out about Kyrie, speaking of COVID.
Ooh.
He found out about Hawkeye, Survivor.
Yeah.
And the top 5 most wanted gifts that Brian would like to have for Christmas.
Okay. There's also something I did not find out this week, Kurt.
Oh, okay. What's that?
So I'm just going to say this. I'm not going to say much, but my goal of staying off the internet this week was successful.
Well, that explains why you did not know any of these things till like
this week was an important week. My goal was to not
you mean like social media or like Google.
Period. Social media. I did my best to stay off of normal sites that I'm on where I would have got spoiled for the release of there's a little
Spider-Man.
Little independent movie that came out this week. I don't know.
Independent movie.
Yeah.
It's a little one that made $100 million on its first days that we're talking about.
Yeah.
Like, is it like Water for Chocolate?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
What was that movie with that fish? In there, that independent movie that won like best film.
Like with fish?
Yeah, it was like some fish in water, and the guy fell in love with the fish.
Oh, The Shape of Water, I think.
There you go. Thank you. Yes.
Yeah,
so
which actually took place in Baltimore, by the way.
Huh?
Which actually took place in that was supposed to take place in Baltimore, by the way.
Hopefully, it was not harbor water, which probably turned that human into a fish. So, you know what? That makes total sense. I might actually have to see that movie.
I've never seen that, but
I'm gonna look at it now. So we'll see how this thing mutated.
So yeah, that was part of the reason why I think I was a little ignorant.
But I'm like literally, like you didn't Google anything.
I put it this way. I think there was one time where I went to Google.
Okay.
But yeah, I stayed off my normal YouTube because I knew the YouTube algorithm was going to screw me. But yeah, I had a conscious effort to stay off the normal places where I go to so that I didn't know what was going on.
It's fun. Excuse me. It's funny because maybe, gosh, where did that come from? Maybe my algorithms always come up saying I know I'm not going to look at anything anyway. I literally don't click on anything if I don't want to see it. And now some things do come up automatically, and it'll like flood your timeline. Like, what was it? Spider-Man came out Thursday, right?
Yes.
So like early Thursday morning, was it one of my podcasts already had Spider-Man and review and spoilers.
Right. And see, the thing is, like, people put up thumbnails, right? And then even though, like, especially on YouTube, even the thumbnails sometimes could be spoiled, by the pictures.
Because I don't even look at the pictures. You ever do like a word search?
What do you mean?
Like, there's a word search, like where there's a bunch of words and you got to look for them.
Oh, yeah.
So I've trained myself because I like word searches. Because I actually have some on my phone. I trained myself not to look for the words that are up there, to try to find them and find what goes together just looking at the puzzle.
Wow.
Yeah, so I could just blank out what's there.
Yes,
now, it's different if it's on the side because I'm looking straight. It's hard, but if it's up, I'll just pay attention to this part.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's how my whole life's been. I've just been blanking things out and try not to let things bother me. So I ain't paying attention. Did you go see it yet?
I saw it yesterday.
Okay, you did. Okay.
So at 10 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, okay, cool.
Everybody, it was me, the entire family saw it. So yeah, we did.
Oh,
see
nice.
It.
Okay.
Yeah. I went into it blind. I wasn't spoiled. So yeah.
Oh, good. Okay. Yeah.
And I'm not going to talk about it. I hope you get a chance to see it.
No, you can talk about it probably next week.
Yeah. But it was I'm just glad I'm just glad my successful trying to dodge spoilers worked. So
okay.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. Let's get this party started.
Yeah, man. Where you want to go, man?
Wow. We got a lot.
We got a lot to talk about.
Yeah, we got a lot. So we're gonna actually almost do like a PTI thing where we kind of keep things to a certain point and keep going. The first thing I want to talk about was not sports related. I want to stick to the non-sports stuff before we get to the sports. It's going to take forever. But one of our favorite shows, your favorite show, one of my good shows, Survivor, ended this week on like an 18-hour series finale, it seems like, from this past Wednesday, which came on at 8 o'clock. And then for some reason they moved Young Rock to 8 o'clock on a Wednesday, so I had to record it.
Wait a minute, Young Rock started up again?
Yeah. It started up again, but they moved it to Wednesdays 8 o'clock. It was on Tuesdays before.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Yeah. So I missed it. I recorded it because I'm like, there's no way I can pay attention to this and Survivor and AEW. So that wasn't going to happen. So it's going to lose out to AEW every time. I'm going to have to record.
I'm not to digress too much, but why is Young Rock? It seems like an odd time to start the show.
Well, like a lot of shows now, they'll do. Remember before we used to have a whole year full of the Cosby Show, or being from like September to like maybe May or something.
May, yeah.
Now it's like they'll do a show from September to December, just straight episodes, and they kind of stop, and then they'll put another show in that time slot for the rest of the season. You know what I mean? So they do that a lot, because I can't tell you what was at 8 o'clock on NBC on Wednesdays before Young Rock started. But they do that. They do that more frequently than, or they take that long hiatus from one, like they'll end the first week of December and come back in January sometime.
Okay. And to answer your question, I think that might have been The Voice, maybe.
That was Monday.
Okay.
So,
all right. So all right. Well, I'm glad you mentioned that, because I actually like Young Rock. That's a really good show.
That was freaking hilarious. Yeah, I enjoyed it too. Never thought I would enjoy him in his time at the U, but because it was hilarious and funny, I can get over it.
All right, I would definitely check that out. So
Soul Survivor.
Yeah,
man, dude.
I texted you. I have to give you credit, because we did a list with 8 people left in the game, and you picked Erica as your winner. With 8 people left, this was with Ricard still in the game, with Shan still in the game. Xander was still playing a good game, so I give you credit, Hurt. Good job. I was almost there.
Yeah.
I had Deshaun. I didn't know that he was going to, at that time, I didn't know he was going to crumble the Black Alliance. See, that's the thing. I was banking on
the Black Alliance getting there.
Yeah, and he just totally decimated it. Which is why he got basically no votes at Final Tribal Council.
He got one.
Yeah, he got a sympathy vote because his boy Danny. I'm pretty sure Danny voted for him.
There's no one else I think would have voted for him. But he got more votes than Xander.
Yeah, that was a shocking. Yeah, so we had a Final Tribal with Xander, Erica, and Deshaun. Deshaun made it after an epic fire making challenge.
The best fire making, dude. Honestly, it makes me want to have a fire challenge like you and me here on the show. Yeah. It was so good. I'm like, yo, me and Brian need to have this just for the show.
Yeah,
just to have. Yeah, and I think, you know what? I think that's a good idea. Like, I'm about to say, whenever COVID goes away in 2025, it can be at least filmed next to each other like they kind of are. Get like a little rope and just get some little some twigs in your backyard. And,
yeah, we got to do some fire making, yo, because that was great, man.
Yeah, dude, that was. I mean, he got his. The thing was crazy was it was like the NFL season this year. There was ebbs and flows in the game.
Yeah.
And there's some big plays. There were some misses. There was like the Chargers going for 4th downs, and then there was some Hail Marys. It was like a whole bunch of craziness. Because at first, Deshaun got his started early.
Yeah, and I was like, oh, this is going to be
a blowout. And it was going up. And you're like, oh, man, Deshaun's got this. And Heather's didn't even start yet.
No.
So you're just like, all right. Then Deshaun's just went, didn't even die. It went out. Like, it died. Yeah. And then Heather started going up.
Yeah.
So Heather started going up. It started flicking the rope. Yeah. And Deshaun still he had his little embers. He still kept going. And hers is just flicking the rope. He keeps going. His kind of starts slow, and of course the judge's like, "Don't smother it," because he was smothered before.
Yeah.
And then this was Heather's flame. Let me just.
Yeah.
Where'd it go? What the hell? It just dropped. I literally just dropped out of nowhere. I was like, "What?" And then his started going back up. And then you're like, what the hell? Then his started flicking the rope. Then hers came back up and hers started flicking the rope. And because hers started flicking the rope the longest, I really thought her rope was going to break first.
Yeah.
And it was just flick, 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 click, click. It really was that quick.
Yeah.
And he won somehow. This dude has survived the 3-in-1 box thing.
Yeah.
He
Let's
survived
make a
that.
deal.
Yeah. So if anybody's the luckiest, or I don't know, the basic survivor skills in that game, Deshaun should have gotten an award for. You should have been going a long time ago award, but you stayed here. I don't know.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was good for him to make it. He did get a vote, but we kind of knew he wasn't going to win. So.
Yeah, he played too messy of a game. His game was his game
and emotional. I think he played too much of an
emotional and messy.
Yeah.
Xander, I thought he played a great game, but the jury ultimately didn't respect his game. But Erica,
not one bit.
Yeah.
But again, I know you had Erica. You picked Erica in your top 2. I had Erica number 1. The thing is that he played he played a really good game, because you remember not Xander. Who's the other guy? Ricard.
Mm-hmm.
Ricard just kept saying to him and trying to play idol. And he never played it. Like, he's like, no, I know there's not enough votes. I'm not going to play my idol, because they've been trying to get that thing out from him early. They never like voted for him. But they were just saying you need to just play it, instead of like, hey, we need to actually put votes on him for him to, and him have the fear of maybe knowing he could go home tonight in order to play. So, but he never had the fear. So that last night at Tribal, when Ricard got voted out, he played it for himself, which, I mean, honestly, he really didn't have to. But it was the last night to use it. Why not? But for a second, I actually thought he was going to use it on Ricard.
If he had done that,
I was like, wait, he's like, this is an immunity idol. And I was just like, is he going to play it for Ricard? Like, he can't be that dumb. And he wasn't. He played it for himself. Ricard was voted out. But he was dumb enough to totally overlook Erica's game. Like, there's you and 3 people left. Say it's me, you, Rudy, and Dan, right? And you look at there and you're like, well, Rudy's played a good game. He smashed it, whatever. He gave all these people in the jury Mad Dog magnets. They probably don't like it too much. So, Kevin and Dan, they're kind of at the bottom. I don't know. Rudy, he did give them, refrigerator magnets. I'll have the other 2 make fire. No, the dude he gave him magnets. Like, her game was good enough to where she almost had a social game with everybody. And she did well. And I was like, why are you like, he didn't even put her in a fire challenge.
No, that was dumb.
Like, it would have been her and Deshaun. Heather was like, if I was the weakest person, I'm bringing the weakest. Like, Heather is not going to win. Like, there's no place in my head in this universe that Heather was going to win. Unless she was in Tribal by herself.
Right. You take her with you.
Yes. And then the other 2 battle it out.
Exactly.
Period.
You don't bring her.
No. They brought her automatically. Like, you're bringing, like, it's like you brought the Trojan horse inside the gates.
Yep.
And then all of a sudden, and that's why you lost. That's why you lost. So, I just don't know how he did so well. I really don't get how he misread that. I really don't. That part confuses
me. Yeah. But
that
just goes to show you how good of a game she was playing.
Say again?
That just goes to show you how good of a game he was playing, because he obviously didn't think she was that much of a threat to beat her.
Obviously. But to even suggest that her and Heather had the same game so they would take votes away from each other?
Yeah.
Like, Heather was just an extra vote.
Right.
Erica positioned her way throughout I know they weren't together throughout the whole game. And we had the premise of sitting back and watching her get to where she's going. But you got to see it. And the talk beforehand when they got Erica out the first time. Like, when that person comes back, they're going to try to survive.
Yeah.
And she did. So, I don't know. But it was definitely it was a hard season. I know usually Survivor, they're out there longer. For, was it like 40 days or something maybe? Or
39 days.
39 days. This was what, 28?
26.
All right, 26 days. But let me tell you something. Let me tell you something, brother. These were a horrid 26 days. Like they barely got food. The challenges, the rewards, they didn't get any loved ones. And that even that last night, yo.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Did last night.
In the rain.
But only that, but think about like you're at the point where and I'm a germaphobe. I don't like people. I don't like touching people. You're laying in the middle of the beach, and you got to huddle up against each other for warmth, and then the monsoon starts. So then you're standing by a tree throughout the whole night before you even go out and with your little coconut stuff that you try to eat to keep going to survive. And then you have an immunity challenge.
Yeah.
And Erica had an advantage too.
Yeah.
They were just like,
dude, I don't know how these people do this, man.
No, Xander's like he lost like 20 pounds. He was skinny to begin with.
Yeah.
So, yeah, dude. Yeah, I don't know, but I give them props. That's why I love the show.
Yeah, man. It's a good show.
Yeah.
And we're getting season 42 in March.
Yeah, which they filmed it back to back.
Yeah, they filmed it back to back. Yep.
So good for them, man. And can't wait for season 42.
Yeah.
42. All right.
I like that number.
Oh, yeah, of course. Gotta give it up to Jackie.
Yeah.
Jackie. Now, season 45, I may not watch just for principles, but that's what's up. So on Disney Plus, they have this show that some people had to convince someone to watch.
Yeah.
Called Hawkeye. I don't like Hawkeye.
No, dude, it is weird. I watched this show. I still don't like Hawkeye, man. Like you
don't have to. You just have to like the show.
Yeah, but the show's great. I will say that.
That's my point. I don't care about. It's funny. I don't care about the main characters anymore. When it comes to these Disney shows, I care about what is the show telling me. Where are we going? What are we leading to?
Yeah,
and I like it. I really like. The thing is, Hawkeye. When it comes to the Avengers, as far as from first to last, he's last. It's not even close to me. He's last. He's behind Natasha like by a lot. This show humanizes him because he's a human.
Yes, I do like that.
Huh?
I do like that.
Yeah, but it makes it like I like the fact that they make him. And we're not going to give away any spoilers or anything, but it just really because we got one more episode left. But it really makes it seem like all those things he went through had a toll. Where when you go through stuff, that's why I love watching the Disney things. Like you save lives, you do things, you put your body on the line. You're not the same person. This will change you.
Yeah. And
I'm so used to comic books or movies or even like to me, it's as I call it, the G.I. Joe phenomenon, where there's 5,000 lasers going around you. None of them are going to hit you. Like this actually had a toll. Facing these supervillains, these people from outer space will hurt you. They will do things to you. And I'm glad they really showed how that has taken a toll out on this character.
Yeah. You know who I do like in this show? I don't like Hawkeye, but let me tell you, I'm loving his wife, man. His wife is no freaking joke. Like, she is down for the cause. Yo, she's like, look, I want you home, but baby, do what you gotta do for real. Like, I love their back and forth, man. Like, cause I feel like she's like a part of this, like they're a team. You know what I mean? You get what I'm saying? Like, she's just not like someone in the background. Nah, man, we gotta talk about this. Like, she's his support. She's she's definitely a key part of this whole thing. And you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. I
love the fact that they were just all so close where, like his wife, just think about it. Like your husband is out there fighting, battles with, this Russian super spy, and you're at home having kids where she's Aunt Natasha. When she comes and visits, it's like Auntie Natasha, what? Like that's cool. Like I know my husband's out there. We're good. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So,
man.
even just to have while he's fighting the world, next to some of the biggest and baddest. And you know, you could be like, all right, just make it home safe. That's it.
Yeah.
So yeah, I know I do love that. But my favorite character showed up 2 episodes ago, and she was my favorite character in Black Widow.
Yeah, she's awesome.
So, I'm not gonna. Hopefully, people will watch it. We're not gonna give it away. But next week will be the season. We'll have the season finale by then, so I will talk about it. But just her humor, because she sounds like me. I swear, that's how I would be as a superhero or villain.
Well, she kind of went down on my list because she likes mac and cheese. I can't get with that.
No, because you don't like cheese. But she likes mac and cheese with hot sauce. Come on.
I hate hot sauce.
Now I don't like hot sauce either. But the fact that she made it for somebody, you know, the fact that it's like, hey, but you only have 1 fork, which was freaking. You only got 1 fork. It's like, why you only have 1 fork? It's like, that's so sad.
The cool thing about this show is because, like, you know, Jeremy Renner is the star of the show, but the show to me is being carried by all the side characters.
I feel like which I kind of disagree with you on that. I think he's doing a great job.
Yeah, he's doing a good job.
Yeah, being his character.
Yeah,
and his character to me he gave his character more depth than to me it ever could have had.
That's true.
And you know, and I'm glad you finally care about his kids now because
I can't. Yeah, dude. All I want. It's weird. I'm watching this show, and all I want is for this dude to get home for Christmas, yo.
Before he didn't even care about if he got his family back during Endgame.
He let these kids, during Endgame, I was like, blip, I don't care.
That dude's like the kids are playing baseball, wife's there in the kitchen, everything's good. He turns around, all we see is that melted away.
Yeah.
And here you're like, oh God, when are we getting to the next scene?
Yeah, exactly.
And all of us in the theater were like, I mean, we were in the same theater, but I remember my theater's reaction was like, like, yo, I would have lost, I would have lost it too. Like that dude he lost it.
Yeah.
I would have lost it too. And of course, you, Mr. I have no feeling towards him. Just didn't even care about his family.
I just don't like the character.
Him flipping off the deep end, and you're just like, yeah, whatever.
And you would think that would be a character I would relate to. You know, 3 kids, wife. You know what I mean? They disappear.
Yeah, who understands you for some reason. Yeah, the partner. Yeah. I mean, it's the same thing. Playing baseball with the kids.
I know.
Nothing. No, didn't even care.
But I do. But I'm hoping he does get home for Christmas, man.
Yeah, we all do, man. Because
those kids want so badly to see their dad on Christmas. Yeah,
because he's been through a lot, and they're so close. You know, they got to see the play, which was the best play ever.
He already missed. Oh, dude, we got to talk about that. Yo, that Rogers the musical dude had me dying, son.
And it started off as soon as you know something started off that way, it's going to be good. I mean, literally started off so good. And the thing is, this last episode started out with Christmas music.
Yeah.
And then ended with, Mr. Grinch.
Yeah.
It's so good. It's so good.
Oh man, man.
So yeah, Hawkeye's a must watch. It's 6 episodes. The 6th episode will be this Wednesday, but it's worth it, and I enjoy it, and I cannot wait to see what happens in the 6 episodes.
All I can say, the opening number, I could do this all day. Oh man,
yes,
that song, yo, man.
Dude, but it had everybody so right. You know what I mean? Like,
so good.
And you got to think that this would actually happen.
Right.
I did the fact that they thought about that, and he's sitting here like, "Oh my God, what is going? What am I watching?" You know what I mean? Like, it's so cool. And he's like basically one of the only ones left. He's the only one there.
Yeah.
And
that's true. Natasha's gone.
Yeah,
Roger is gone.
Yeah.
Tony's gone.
Tony's gone. Thor's wherever Thor is.
Yeah. Thor's chilling with the Guardians somewhere.
So I mean, and you got your name on the building, and people come around and say thank you for saving the world. It's like pretty cool. So
wow,
but it's so humanizing. So it's really, really good to watch.
Yeah, it's a good show. I will say is, for as much as I talk about my disdain for this character, this does humanize.
It shouldn't even be disdain. Maybe more uninterested.
Yes, in interest. There you go. I think take in interest. But I will say the show is really these Marvel shows are great. They're doing a good job, and they really dehumanize this character. So
All right. So real quick, Christmas is this week. I'm looking at the time. I'm not going to stick to the 5, but let's just do 1. So what is the one thing that would be on your top 5 most wanted on your Christmas list? Just one big thing where you're like, you know what? If I got this for Christmas, this is what I'm talking about.
Okay, so this is easy. Okay. There's only one thing in this way. If I could have any gift, right? If Santa knocked on my door and said, "You've been a good boy this year. I'm going to get you one gift."
Well, you've been better because you watch Hawkeye. So you were definitely on a naughty list, but go ahead.
But if he said, whatever you want, one thing, whatever you want, that is simple. There's only one thing I want. And it's right over there. A DeLorean time machine. That's what I want. If he could just bring it, hey, those Christmas commercials where the wife blindfolds the husband, they go outside for snowy Christmas morning. There's like a bow on the top of a Lexus. That's what I want. I want my bow. And
on top of a DeLorean.
I want Doc Brown, at the door saying, "Brian, Merry Christmas," in a Santa suit.
It's time for us to go. We gotta go.
I want Doc Brown showing up in a Santa suit, and there's a bow on the DeLorean time machine. That's what I want for Christmas. If I could have anything, and I'm talking about because they make these replicas. They actually make replica DeLorean time machines. There's a guy in Massachusetts that has who makes these, and there's a DeLorean factory in Texas. They sell DeLorean parts, and so all the if you want one, you can get one. Yeah. There are people that actually make them. So anyway, if I could have a Christmas gift, I would want a real life DeLorean time machine. That's all I want. That's all I want, man.
Okay. Wow.
You weren't expecting that, were you?
Knowing you, yes. So that's not too surprising to me. I guess for me, besides, it's easy to go with the family stuff, vacation to the Maldives or one of those, So it's just for just some unattainable thing that I would want. It would, if I woke up and looked underneath the Christmas tree and Santa gifted me the entire Transformers collection.
Oh, I knew it. I knew that's where you were going.
Including
the classics. You talk about the classics, right?
No, some of all of them.
Wow.
Every facet. I would want every single Starscream. So every single Starscream in every continuity I would want, but also would like some of the new ones where they literally have 18 to 20 inch figures of Unicron and Metroplex and just all the big, I would like to have a medium size Devastator and all the, just that would be cool. That would be, since I love collecting them and everything, just waking up but the thing is now because I'm older, I'm collecting them. I don't want to play with them. I like looking at them.
Yeah.
So I don't want to take it out the box, but if there's something I could transform into a planet, I would want to try to do it once. Now I do have Cybertron back there.
Oh,
but
okay.
But I would like to, but then you ruin the value of it unless you have 2 of them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I would love to have just a whole Transformers collection.
Yeah.
So, but then I would have to actually have a house big enough for it. Go ahead.
It was cool, man, when you told me about that comic book spot, man. I went down there, man, and they had some of the old Transformer stuff.
Yep.
Dude, that was wow, man.
Have you been down there since then? Or?
I have not. I bought a couple comic books down there, but I haven't been back there in a while. No.
Okay. Yeah. I haven't been back there. I think I've been back there maybe once or twice.
Okay.
So, but yeah, I love that place. They had Cat's Lair there. It was a little bit broken apart, but I had Cat's Lair. Then a friend of my cousin's has Castle Grayskull, Snake Mountain, because he was a He-Man kid growing up.
My God.
Dude, just imagine, even though you're not, I don't care if you know what, I don't care. You never need to grow up.
No.
In Castle Grayskull?
Yo.
Dude,
Man.
No, matter of fact, when I was young, I was like, you know what? I want my house to look like Castle Grayskull. Like I really did. Like I would want the drawbridge to come down. I didn't want the sorceress though. That would have been
Right.
But just imagine your house looking like Castle Grayskull, man. Anyway, yeah, but that would be. But I'm a Transformers dude. I mean, I like all the old stuff, that we grew up with, but just in the new stuff that they have now that they literally, again, Transformers the movie came out when we were 10. And I never thought in the wildest dreams that we'd ever be like a Unicron Transformer. And the fact that there is one, and the thing is freaking huge. I mean, yeah, it's like 20 inches tall. And just having a figure that big, you know what I mean? It's almost like the ultimate G.I. Joe toy was having the USS Flag, the aircraft carrier base.
Oh, okay.
Like the biggest toy ever created in the history of life.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
And back in the day, it was a lot of money. It was $100.
Because you had that, right?
No, I lived in an apartment. What that thing was an apartment. I didn't have that. No.
Well, maybe.
No.
Oh, okay. No, what did you? You told me about something you had. I thought that was it, though.
No, not the USS Flag. That thing was like 8 feet long.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, that thing's huge. But it was like $100. Yeah, it was $100 when we were little, but $100 back then was a lot.
Yeah, heck yeah.
I'm not saying it's nothing now, but back then it was like, well, since we didn't have a paycheck, $100 was a lot of money. And then it's like, what are we going to do with this 8-foot long thing? My house wasn't big. Where's this going? You can't put it away anywhere. It's like a table.
Damn.
So yeah, the thing was huge, man.
Damn,
I sent it to you online a couple.
That's what it was. That's what it was. Yeah. That's what it was.
Yeah, that thing's freaking. Yeah, that thing's huge. But yeah, that's the only thing from G.I. Joe I probably would have wanted.
Okay.
But yeah, that thing was crazy. But yeah, all right. Cool. So you want the DeLorean, I want Transformers. We're still 80s kids, and that's
I know, right? That's it. Both of our stuff was it. Yeah.
Now again, would you want the DeLorean Transformer? Because I think I showed you that, didn't I?
Yeah, no. I want the straight up real life DeLorean time machine where I could go driving down the street. You know what I mean? And
yeah, but not too fast.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Why don't you drag right all of a sudden?
Yeah.
When you sit there, you're there where your mom and dad meet. I don't think you want to be there.
No, I'm good.
Before they went to the University of Maryland. You don't want that. All right, man. Let's get into sports, homie.
Yeah, man. So what you want to start off today, man? Because
I got a 5-letter word, homie.
What's that?
Kyrie.
Wow. All right, I was hoping you were going to go there, man, because I need you to explain to me what is going on exactly.
Well, right now he is in not protocols, but he is out due to the league's COVID-19 health and protocols. Actually, so is Kevin Durant currently. But they want to so he can get back on the team. So they actually now want to use him for road games. He still can't because he doesn't have a vaccine. Or taking a shot, he cannot play in New York City.
So why the sudden change of heart? Is this the Nets initiating this, or is this Kyrie?
I think it's the Nets because they know KD's out for a little bit because he's in protocols. But it helped rejoin them for just having him as part of the team and helping them in their road game because they don't want to sit here and start on a losing streak. So I think they're just trying to bring him back just to bring some continuity. And who knows by the playoffs? You need to bring him back before the playoffs, in all honesty. So if you have him, try to at least get him in the team rotation. Like I said, he may not be able to play at home, but at least he's there with the team somehow and build that continuity back up. So, so he should be joining the team soon after he clears all the protocols and everything.
Okay. Cool, man. I mean, look.
Yeah, as we know, like I said, the pandemic has made things difficult for every league around the world. So, KD's in protocols right now. We see how games have been postponed and moved in NFL. They've been postponed in the English Premier League a lot. They have this problem in England. They have it in hockey. It's everywhere, literally everywhere. So if you're down, I don't know, 5 people out of protocols, Kyrie can come in and play if you're playing on the road, of course. And he can come in. So you need somebody. And if he can play, then that's fine.
Now, we're seeing a huge number of positive cases in the NFL and NBA, like you said, all over. Now, are they attributing this to like Omicron, or like what? Do we know why? Like it just seems like it's all of a sudden.
I know. I heard over. I think a lot of things are still being contacted by the Delta variant.
Okay.
But Omicron is spreading more through the United States than it was before. It wasn't too many Omicron from what I've read. Again, I'm not a scientist, people. I don't pretend to be one. Science involves math, and I don't do math. So from what I read, it's still the Delta variant, which is, still one of those contagious variants of the COVID. So a lot of things are still spread through that. It's just, and a lot of these things are also asymptomatic. So let me just go ahead and say that as well. Now, again, people who are unvaccinated are still in danger of, it being turned into a serious situation. So again, people have to be careful. You still got to wear your mask, do your things that you're supposed to do in order to keep safe. But a lot of these players and everything have been asymptomatic, but they have contracted it.
Okay.
So really no health as far as them being hurt. But we have heard of some NBA players. I think it was Jaylen Brown or of the Celtics actually had COVID, and he said he's still not 100%. And that was like he had that early last year.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah, because and some people have had, long-term effects. People still can't, taste right or hear right. Or, remember people lost their sense of taste. Even though they've been cured to have vaccines, that sense of taste hasn't come back yet. So there still could be some long-term ramifications if you actually contract COVID. So, the Kyrie availability, it's been crazy just around sports in general. Like I said, every league has postponed or moved games around.
Okay.
Including the NFL. And we'll get to the NFL in a little bit. But yeah, Kyrie's coming back. He could help. Speaking of needing help, the Lakers need help.
Yeah, so what's going on with them now? I did hear that Antonio Davis, I think he's out 4 weeks right now, right?
Well, Antonio Davis is retired. Anthony Davis.
Thank you.
Still playing. But he's out 4 weeks for MCL sprain.
Okay.
So LeBron was being guarded by a guy. LeBron went in, kind of shouldered the guy. The guy fell back, ran into AD's knee.
Oh,
and and he was on the ground and he could barely walk.
Wow.
So he's out for 4 weeks, and the Lakers are currently sitting in 6th place over in the West.
All right, that's better than I thought. What's their record?
Yeah, 16-14.
Okay.
So 16-14. Them and the Clippers had the same record. They're ahead of the Nuggets and the Mavs. They recently just lost a game to the Timberwolves, who are 14-15. So yeah, it's been a crazy, crazy year. The Wiz had a big win last night against Utah.
Yeah, they barely pulled that out. And if they had lost that game, I think they would have been under 500 for the first time all year. So
yep, because they were 15-15 now. They're 16-15.
Yeah.
And 5.5 games back from Brooklyn. But the team is having a good year that I had no clue. And again, I've been watching more basketball than normal.
Let me guess. Chicago Bulls?
No, I knew they were going to have a good year.
Oh, okay.
No, it's the 3rd place team.
Who? I don't even know.
The Cleveland Cavaliers.
Oh, wow.
They're 19-12.
Wow. Okay.
And again, besides Kevin Love, who I don't even know who plays a lot on that team. I don't know who's on this team. I mean, look, Taco Fall. Okay.
And Sexton on the team?
Yep, Colin Sexton. Ricky Rubio, who's actually having a good season.
Wow, okay.
Is on the team. Let me see. Osman. I almost thought it was Katino Mobley. It's Evan Mobley. Sorry. Jared Allen. Yeah, I don't know any of these people. So yeah, they're having a good season.
Wow.
So good for
Do you
them.
know who's coaching?
J.B. Bickerstaff.
Oh, okay.
J.B.
That's
Bickerstaff. So yeah.
Bernie Bickerstaff's son. Okay.
Yep. Yep. So yeah, good for them, man. Good for them. And yeah, but the Lakers just gonna need help. Again, I know people, including Stephen A, wanted to put the Lakers in a Western Conference Finals. They're too old. They were always too old. That trade for Westbrook, I think, was ridiculous. I love LeBron, but LeBron's 19 seasons in LeBron. This isn't 9 seasons in LeBron. This is 19 seasons in LeBron. Like all that wear and tear and playoffs and playing. And again, as much as, and everybody knows how much I love LeBron, there's a certain point in time, I guess, unless you're Tom Brady, but there's a certain point in time where goes down. It has to happen. And he's not on a team where he doesn't need to do everything. He still needs to kind of be LeBron on this team. Like LeBron's best case scenario would be at his best for this team. He can still score 30. I mean, again, he's like he's the oldest player to have a 30-point triple-double in NBA history at this point. But he, not saying he's the only contributing player. He's LeBron. But he's not the same. And I've said this for years. He doesn't play defense. He doesn't. His turnovers have gone up. Like sometimes he's like when he passes the ball, it's like, where are you? Like he looks like he's Kirk Cousins in the fourth quarter, against a good team out there. It doesn't make sense. Did I bring up Kirk Cousins? My bad. But still, that's what he looks like, man. And it's like, okay, this team needs a lot of help. It needs a lot of help. But Golden State is getting stronger. They did lose last night. They are tied with the best record right now with Phoenix.
Okay.
So yeah, but hey, the West is coming up. Christmas is coming up, so that means this NBA season actually starts.
Yeah.
So
I guess we'll see. I guess the Lakers. We'll see the Lakers on Christmas, but
yeah, I think they're playing the Nets actually on Christmas.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, but just the way that team is constructed, dude. I was never a believer in that team. Anthony Davis, for him to supposedly be a top 75 player, he doesn't really do much for me.
I still don't get that, but
yeah. But anyway, like I said, the Lakers aren't going anywhere this year. So yeah.
Not at all. Speaking of not going anywhere except for home, let's talk about. Actually, no, I wanted to go there.
Well, can we?
Speaking of going, go ahead.
I was gonna say can we say in the NBA real quick? Just give a shout out to Steph Curry, man, because
yeah, that's where I was gonna go next.
Oh, okay. Sorry,
but yeah, no, go ahead.
No, he had a historic night. I think it was
Tuesday. The most famous arena in the world. Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, if you want to break a record, you need to break it there.
Yeah.
So unless it's at home, if it's not at home, you need to break it in New York.
Yeah.
So Steph with Reggie Miller and Ray Allen in attendance broke the all-time 3-point record, like 2,000 something. It's a lot. And he's still young, so that record's gonna just keep going.
Yeah, man. That's crazy, dude.
Yeah, but
that's pretty cool, man. And just the emotion, and
Yeah, he said he didn't think he would get that emotional, but you got to think you're breaking a all-time record. It's huge. That's huge, and congrats to him. I know I usually get on him a lot because again he doesn't play defense and everybody loves him and all this other stuff. But he's the best shooter I've ever seen in my life. Like I mean, it's not even close.
Yeah.
Like I just that dude, he could probably hit the moon blindfolded. Like he's good. Like that boy good. So congrats to him in that record. So yeah, it was very exciting. And then speaking of Golden State, Klay Thompson, so he'll be back sometime in early January.
Okay, all right.
So he's played some games in the G League. They have him down there training. So hopefully he'll be able to rejoin the team soon. A team that, as we already know, is very, very good. They only got 6 losses on the season. So Klay Thompson just coming back, just adding more depth to that team.
Wow, man. Wow. That's good, man. I'm curious, how they're going to be when they're at full strength, man.
Yeah, I can't. Yeah, and this season I think is just going to be a really good season, and just basketball wise. I know. LeBron's not. I already said it again. Even last season probably. Like the last title LeBron won. If he stays with the Lakers, is the last one he's going to have.
Yeah.
Period. That's it. So I'm looking at more like, okay, let me just root and look for good basketball and enjoy watching it, and I have so far. So even my wife was looking at a game last night. I was like, Tim Duncan retired. You okay? Why are you looking at this basketball game? And she was like, I haven't watched it. I just wanted to watch it. So, if she watches more, I'm definitely going to watch more. So it was pretty cool watching. She was like, why didn't you tell me Westbrook was on the Lakers? I was like, I told you what had happened. She was looking at me like, why didn't you tell me? I was like, I'm sure I did, but if you listen to the podcast, honey, you would have known. So yeah, that was funny. But yeah, I can't wait till Christmas for a lot of reasons, but also to start the basketball season. So.
Yes. Hey, so who do you think are the favorites to come out the East and the West?
The East gotta be Brooklyn. As much as I hate to say it. Especially if they're healthy. Again, I don't know what Kyrie's if they don't have Kyrie, I would still give it to Milwaukee. Because they are the defending champions. I'm not sure how the Bulls are in the playoffs. I mean, just looking at the teams that would make the playoffs today, I think it's the top 10 teams. Number 1 seed would be Brooklyn. The 10th is Toronto. I don't see the Sixers are at 500. The Celtics are at 500. The Wizards are game over. Charlotte, Milwaukee, Miami, Cleveland, Chicago, Brooklyn, like all those things sound weird. So, I mean, the Hawks aren't even in it, but I don't like the Hawks anymore. Well, I just don't like Trey. The Knicks are out of it right now. They've been losing like nobody's business. They're 2-8 in their last 10. So they've been struggling. I would have to say it's got to be between Milwaukee and Brooklyn. So
Okay.
that should be the Eastern Conference Finals. In the West, I mean, 3 teams that have less than 10 losses: Utah, Golden State, and Phoenix. Again, I like Utah. I'm a fan of Spider Mitchell, but it's got to be Phoenix or Golden State. And if Clay comes back, I got to give it to Golden State. And I mean, if there was a Golden State Brooklyn final, no one can say, no matter what, that wouldn't be exciting to watch. So,
Okay.
KD versus, the team he used to be on and all this other stuff.
Yeah.
So that would be something. So I'm going to say Golden State and Brooklyn.
Okay. All right.
So, all right. Let's move on to something we're going to get to quickly. The Zoom manager of the Mets, New York Metropolitans, a man that I know well because he used to coach across the street from us, really the next borough over, for a while. Then he moved down south and coached for a while to Baltimore. Then he was like real Southwest before then, in Arizona. But yeah, his last stop was in Baltimore. He took that Orioles team to the 2014 ALCS, where they were swept by the eventual champions, which hurts both of us.
Yes. Yes.
Me more than you, but it still hurts.
Yes.
And he last coached in 2018. Will now be coming home to Queens and Citi Field. What are your thoughts on Buck Showalter managing this?
It is a match made in heaven. Let me tell you, Buck still has it. This guy knows baseball. Guy knows baseball inside and out. He's not gonna take any stuff. He's oh man, you're gonna be so happy having Buck, man. You're gonna be so happy having.
Well, remember, we know him already. It's not like we don't. We knew where he was or who he was and who he's been while he was managing the Yankees. So
yeah, but you see, but with Buck, you're actually having your team run by a professional. You know what I mean? Like, not no offense to your prior managers, but Buck's the real deal. You know what I mean? You can
have offense to our prior managers. They didn't do anything.
Yeah. Buck is really good when he has veteran teams. You know what I'm saying? I think he's more He's he does better when he has like a bunch of veterans on the team. And he's just a really good manager of people. And I think this is just so good. Like you said, he's managed in New York before, so that's not going to bother him. He has a very, very good. He's going to a team with a lot of talent. You know what I'm saying? Great pitching. And they just need to put it all together, man. And Buck, he's great. I love Buck. Look, what Buck did for the Orioles was he was like a miracle worker as far as I'm concerned. Hurt. I mean, we had 14 straight losing seasons, and when Buck was our manager from 2012 to 2018, 2017. I mean, we were the best. We had the winningest record in the American League during the time that he was a manager. So if he could do that to the Orioles and turn them around, man, I can't wait to see what he's going to do with the Mets. I love Buck, man.
Yeah, Buck, like you said, he's a professional manager.
Yeah.
Like he's a manager of men.
Yes.
And that's what's important. So I didn't want to spend too much time on it because we definitely have a lot to go over. But yeah, I was just wanting to mention that real quick. So I think it was definitely a great hire for the Mets.
Yeah, I love it.
And speaking of hiring, we need to talk about firing. We'll start our NFL talk quickly. Urban Meyer. The guy who, at the beginning of the season, or when he was hired almost 11 months ago, who I was against, as you know, who I never liked, who I don't like, still don't like, and won't like, was fired this past week by Jacksonville owner Shad Khan. Just for more beef, more issues, more drama. I don't need to rehash how I feel. I will give my thoughts, but what are your thoughts on Urban Meyer going back home?
Good riddance. That dude's a horrible person. Sorry, he just is. You know, he shouldn't have been there for as long as he was. This should have happened a while ago. Dude was a terrible coach. He's a terrible person. He doesn't know how to treat people. He's a fraud. What other nice things can I say about him?
He's a jerk.
Yeah, he's a jerk. Look, there's been stuff. This guy, he's a bad person. All right. There's been stuff that he's been doing for years, man. Even in college, man, the way he treats people, man. It's just, he was an embarrassment to that team. And the thing is, you don't want to mess up like Trevor Lawrence's progress. You know what I mean? Like they just had to get rid of
Trevor. But Trevor, if you look at all of Trevor's comments, he's like, he did not like that dude. And he didn't say, just from his comments, like, well, now we can have some kind of stability with the team and go forward. Like all his little underlying comments, like they weren't starting James Robinson, and he was like, why aren't we playing James Robinson? Like he fumbled once or something, and they benched him for like the rest of the game. And he's like, this is one of our best players, if not the best player out there, and you have him on the bench. You know what I mean? Like it's not college where you put James Robinson on the bench and the next guy is the next scholarship guy who's as good as James Robinson. That's not the case. That's not the case. You're not going to bench your quarterback for throwing interceptions. You know what I mean? Everybody's got to learn. I mean, James Robinson's young. Was it his second season or whatever it is?
Yeah, it's just second season.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, okay, he fumbled. And you put him out. You put in, who's behind him? Carlos Hyde. Carlos Hyde comes in. It was in the game. He fumbled, and he stayed in the game. Why is he still in the game? And James Robinson's on the bench. There's so many things. I was not a fan of Urban Meyer. He started out hiring the strength coach who was fired for racist comments back from Iowa. He started out with controversy because this dude doesn't care. When you're in college and he was a successful college coach, you can run a dictatorship. The only thing is when he got challenged or when he got tired, he left. Yes, it's supposedly health issues, but how many health issues you had that you had 3 jobs? Usually when people have health issues, they're gone. They're like, you know what? I'm out of coaching. You know what I mean? Like I'm out of coaching. He left Florida. Oh no, it's getting challenging. Oh, I got a health problem. Oh, he shows up at Ohio State. Let me leave. Oh, I want to spend time with my family. Oh, let me leave. Oh, let me take a thing in Jacksonville. Oh, let me hang out at the bar with some people after we lost the game. It's just he's a jerk. He's a fool. He's an idiot. He's an asshat. I don't like him. Never liked him. Never will like him. I don't think anybody likes him.
Yeah.
So good riddance. See you later. Merry Christmas. Okay. Merry Christmas. How about that? You know what? I should have put It's a Wonderful Elf Christmas Story Die Hard. That's what I should have.
Hey, no.
So yeah, I totally should have put that. I'll put that.
Yeah.
Or Die Hard, It's a Wonderful Life Elf Christmas Story. Or It's a Wonderful Die Hard Elf Christmas Story. That's what it should have been. That's what it should have been. Because Die Hard is a Christmas movie. All right. Let's get to Tiger and then get to football, and then we're done.
So, to my surprise, I turned on the
Tiger
TV.
has a son. Yes.
I turned on the TV. Well, first of all, I knew he had a son because when Tiger won the Masters, Charlie was one of the first people to come up to him and give him a hug. So I knew he had a son hurt.
Okay.
I just didn't know his son was phenomenal in golf hurt.
Well,
and I didn't know his father was playing with them. Tiger's playing golf hurt. He's back.
Okay, easy. He's not back.
He's back. Tiger is back, dude. He's on a golf course playing golf with his son. Yo, I was so confused yesterday. I was Googling to see, was this last year's footage?
Dude, you text me. Like, yo, Hurt, did you know about Tiger playing golf? Like,
I was like, Hurt, yo.
Yeah.
Did you know Tiger's golfing?
Yeah, I was looking at my phone for like at least 3 minutes. Like, yeah.
I was like, yo, Tiger's back. Tiger's back.
Oh my gosh.
Dude. And not only is he back, but him and Charlie are 3 shots behind the lead. I think I'll be watching Tiger and Charlie instead of the Ravens today, Hurt.
So good for him. Yeah, he's playing in, I think, the PNC Championship down in Orlando.
Yes.
Like an alternate bowl, something like that with his son.
Yes.
Yeah, so yeah, it's fun. Like you said, he may not be a full-time competitor ever again. But it's just because he can be. Yeah, he can. See, that's what it's like. I know he's been on social media for like a month, but he literally came out weeks ago and said he's probably not going to be a full-time competitor, be on a tour. Because that
with a full-time meaning like he could play in tournaments, just not as much as he used to.
He can probably play a tournament here and there, yes.
So can he play like 4 majors, maybe?
Maybe that could also just be pushing right now. Again, the accident wasn't like was like 5 years ago. Still, well, he's still, building up to where he could actually just be out there. You know what I mean?
So, are we going to see Tiger in the Masters next in April?
Yeah, we might. But I still don't know. I don't. He probably won't make the whole weekend because it might be. Because remember, they're not like they're in carts. Like the dude has to walk on the leg that he destroyed in this thing, and he's already a guy who had back problems.
Was he using the cart?
I don't even know. I didn't.
Okay.
In this tournament, probably was a cart, but I'm not 100% sure. Yeah, but I just think that would be a lot. So, but yeah, 4 majors could be something he could probably do, but he's not playing like back-to-back weeks or like that. But we still have to see how he progresses. So,
yo, did you see Phil's tweets?
No. I don't think I saw was Justin. Justin. Oh God, who was it? I forgot his name. Oh, I just saw it. Justin Thomas, I think it is. Who just tweet? Oh yeah, Justin Thomas. He's like, I guess Charlie's going to be the one carrying this team. So I thought that was funny. But no, what did Phil say?
Let's see. Phil at one point said that Charlie's recoil was better than Tiger's. Which he was correct. Yo, Charlie's recoil. Yo, that dude was whipping that golf club, man.
Dude, I'll send you the video. There's a video that they did with Tiger and his son, and how they had the same mannerisms and everything.
Yeah, I saw that.
You saw that one? Like even when they wipe their nose the same.
Oh, I didn't see that. I saw when they were.
Oh yeah, dude, it was everything.
Go ahead. No, I just saw the one where they had the side by side golf swing.
It was golf swings, the walk. There was something else that was like so he's like, And Tiger, when he saw him wiping his nose like he does, he was like, wow. He's like, yeah, it's like we both have allergies, but I've never seen him do the same thing I do. Like literally the same thing. So yeah, I'll send you that video.
Okay.
That
Yeah, I'm
was
trying to find the I'm trying to find the tweet. I can't find it. I'm on his Twitter now, but I can't find it. But yeah, there was something else he said that was typical Phil. But yeah. But no, man, Tiger's back. I'm so happy. You know, hopefully I just want to see Tiger play again. I just want to see him play again. Dude, I had no idea. I thought
And
he
they
was
did have cards, by the way.
Okay.
Yeah, he wasn't a card. It said, hold on a second. It said Charlie hit a number of good tee shots to spare his dad the trouble, and it was clear that the day wore on that Woods' walking became more labored.
Oh.
He said he suffered, of course, multiple fractures, right leg, and of course he was hospitalized for 3 weeks. And he just said, yeah, it's a little bit different. He said, physically, I'm unable to do what what I've been doing. He said it was difficult trying to drive the cart since I haven't driven one. Because they don't, it's not really in the cart; they walk everywhere. So
yeah.
So, but good for them, man. I'm sure it's fun. I'll probably turn it on today. Tiger turns 46 this month, so
yeah.
It's So I can't believe he's actually older than us, which is weird.
Yeah. I think his birthday is either on the 28th or the 31st or something like that. So
yeah, it's the 30th. So you're close.
30th, yeah, okay.
All right. Last but not least, for some reason, weird, so odd, is football.
Wow.
So yeah, we're gonna, due to time constraints, people, this is Christmas week. We are gonna go through this past week and do our this present week in our picks pretty quickly. But both our teams lost last week.
Yeah.
So 27-20 loss for my team to the Cowboys. Your team lost to the Browns. Titans over Jags. Chiefs destroyed the Raiders. Saints over Jets. Falcons over Panthers. Seahawks over Texans. The great Tyrod Taylor was benched in that game. Broncos over Lions. Chargers over Giants. 49ers over Bengals. Bucks over Bills in overtime. Packers over Aaron Rodgers' other team that he owns, the Bears. And the Rams on Monday night over the Cardinals. So real quick, run through the story of your game, Browns-Ravens.
Well, I mean, it's real simple. Lamar got hurt in the first quarter, sprained his ankle. And Tyler Huntley came in, gave a valiant effort. He started off kind of slow, had a sack fumble, which was a return for a touchdown. The Ravens were down 24-6. They actually came all the way back, and they could have tied the game. They could have won the game, actually. I've never seen the Ravens ever get an onside kick back. And they got an onside kick. All they needed was about maybe 20, 30 yards to get in the field goal range, Justin Tucker range, but they couldn't quite get it done. Tyler Huntley played okay. I mean, this has just been it's been an up and down season for the Ravens. I mean, they've been decimated by injuries. They've had season-ending injuries to multiple key players. And somehow the Ravens are still in first place. That's what's amazing about this whole thing. Unfortunately, the Ravens, I've been saying it for the past couple of weeks, I don't think they're going to win another game this year. If they do, it'll be the last game at Pittsburgh to get them to 9-8. But I don't know if that's going to be enough to get them into the playoffs. They need 2 wins to get into the playoffs. I don't know where these 2 wins are coming from. They're going to get blown out today. They play the Green Bay Packers, which is the game of the week. Unfortunately, Lamar, they can say what they want. Lamar's not going to play, but even if Lamar does play, it doesn't make a bit of a difference because the Ravens secondary is decimated. Aaron Rodgers is going to have a field day. So Marlon Humphrey.
Right now, weather report from Baltimore. Little windy.
Oh,
I don't
okay.
know if it's going to be a little windy during game time, but yeah. But we'll get into today's game after this whole thing.
All right, we'll
After
talk. We'll talk about your game, Hurt.
Yeah, well, yeah, we lost to Dallas. We had 4 turnovers. Dallas was not good offensively. They scored. They forced turnovers. Heineke was terrible with the ball. Couple fumbles, interceptions. He actually left the game. Terry McLaurin left the game with a concussion.
Oh, shoot.
We started a defensive line which had less than 60 snaps combined because of COVID and injuries. So we actually had to do didn't start all season in the NFL playing on a defensive line. With that being said, Zeke only had 45 yards rushing. This was a far more competitive game in the second half than the first half. It was 27 to 20. We scored all 20 points in the second half to bring it close enough to where we may have had a chance to try to come back. But Dallas did hold us off to win the game. So, but yeah, a lot of craziness, which leads to this week's game where our backup quarterback, Kyle Allen, was diagnosed as having COVID, and so was Tyler Heineke.
So what y'all gonna do?
Say again?
So who's gonna play?
So it was going to be our third string quarterback who was going to start this week. Which, oh gosh, hold on. Let me get to this week's. It was going to be now forget because they moved the game. It's like I'm looking for it, like I don't see it.
Okay.
It was it Matt Gilbert? I forgot who our third string was. But it's going to be our third string quarterback. I can't really. I'm so bad at these things. It's terrible. Not Con. Was it Con? That was. Okay, hold on.
It's going to be Ryan Fitzpatrick off the injured reserve.
Oh yeah, Garrett Gilbert. I knew it was somebody. So it was going to be Garrett Gilbert that was actually going to start the game. He still could start the game Tuesday if Heineke or Allen isn't off the COVID list by that time. So, yeah. So, COVID happened. The NFL, and I didn't even know, moved the game from today, which the game was supposed to be today, to Tuesday. So, we have a Tuesday kickoff at 7 p.m. against the Eagles. A couple of the Browns game, which was supposed to be Saturday, was moved to Monday. The Rams-Seahawks game, which was today, was moved to Tuesday. I think I have all that correct. Due to a bunch of COVID issues throughout the league, throughout the sports in general, as we were talking about earlier. So let me get to this week's games. The week started off with a Thursday night game, which I do not understand. Maybe you could help me out. I really thought there was an injury early in the season. Our kicker was hurt where we had to go for it to try to ice the game on the fourth down, and we didn't get it. The Chargers went for a fourth down, I don't know, 5 times. They're successful once.
Way too much. Man.
I don't understand when you have a lead and they're like 14-10 or something like that. You have a kicker who's healthy, and they didn't use him. They did not use him. They kept going for fourth downs, and I think it came back and ended up biting them in the butt. And they end up losing that game in overtime to Kansas City 34-28. I think all that was stupid.
Yeah. I mean, they start off the game with a great, I think it was a great kickoff return, got in the red zone. You want to score a touchdown against Kansas City, just take the 3 points. Just take the 3 points there. I mean, if they just kicked the field goal to start off the game, they could have won. I just
don't even know that, but they had the ball before half, and Kansas City's getting it back. Kick a field goal to go in and be up instead of being up by 4, you're up by 7, and you go in there. So you go for it. Now the other team has the momentum. It just doesn't make sense.
He goes for it way too much, man.
It just didn't make. I was just sitting there perplexed. Now they both had trouble scoring at one. The score seems high, but these teams were down in the red zone a lot and just didn't get it in. Interceptions, fumbles, inability to convert a fourth down. It was insane. That's all I got to say. So this game was surprising. Not maybe that the Chiefs won, but just the way it was, to me, mismanaged by the Chargers.
Yeah, they let that one get away.
They could have had 2 wins against the Chiefs. and almost kind of controlled that division if they won that game, but they end up, of course, not winning the game. So, and we had one game last night. It was the Patriots and the Colts. I know most people picked the Patriots to win that game, but the Colts, 27-17, with a win at home, 8-6 now, beat the Patriots. What are your thoughts on that game?
I'm just glad the Patriots lost. I hate the Patriots. They're my most hated team in the NFL. I hate them more than Pittsburgh. Screw you, Bill Belichick. That's what.
All right. There we go. Screw you, Bill Belichick. Because, he is a Sith Lord. So, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
All right. Let's go through these games at 1 o'clock. Panthers at Bills. Who you got?
I'm taking the Bills, man.
Taking the Bills. The Bills are 7-6. Do you know that?
Yeah.
It's weird. I really thought they'd be better than this.
It's a shame. They're going to let the Patriots win that division again. It's a shame.
It's a shame. Cardinals at Lions. Who you got?
Next.
I guess you have the Cardinals.
I'm picking the Cardinals.
You love picking the Lions, though, for some reason. But
yeah, no, not this week.
All right, Jets at Dolphins. And I think the Dolphins are actually getting two of their running backs out of the 4 that were out for COVID.
Wow, that's great. And the Dolphins on the roll. They're going to win their 6th game in a row.
Yeah, I got the Dolphins winning at home. Cowboys at Giants.
Cowboys.
If Danny Dimes is playing, the Cowboys aren't, and I know everybody want to put it to hate. They really should have beat us by a lot last week, and they didn't. I know it was they were on the road. This game is always tricky. They always seem to lose somehow to the Giants. Zeke is banged up, but I don't know how the Giants are going to be, so I'm going to say the Cowboys. Titans at Steelers.
Titans.
Yeah, definitely should be the Titans. I don't trust them. I'm going to say Steelers.
Okay.
Texans at Jaguars. The battle of the 2-11s.
I will take Tyrod Taylor and the Texans to beat the Jaguars.
Well, glad you picked Tyrod, who's going to be on the bench for the rest of the season because David Mills is going to be starter.
Okay.
So are you just picking him because he's going to be there for support or holding the clipboard?
Yes, he is a Super Bowl champion. And don't you forget it.
Yes, he is. He's a wonderful, great contributor to that team. The Jaguars are going to win this game. They're going to rebound from the despot that was in charge of them named Urban Meyer, and they're going to win this game at home in Jacksonville. Battle of 7 and 6s. The Bengals on the road against the Broncos. Who you got?
The Bengals aren't losing this game, right? But I've been saying that for the past couple of weeks. They're not losing. No, they're not losing this game. Bengals.
Yeah, I'm gonna pick the Bengals. The Broncos are sneaky. But I'm picking the Bengals. Falcons, a 6-7 Falcons team, which again, I can't tell you where their 6 wins came from.
Oh, they're 6-7.
6
wow.
and 7.
Wow.
Have no clue. None. Only
Dude,
thing I can name is Cordero Patterson. And they're away at the 49ers. Who you got?
49ers winning this game, man. The 49ers on a roll right now.
Yeah, I got the 49ers winning this game. Even though it would help us that the 49ers lost and Falcons won, we beat the Falcons. So, Packers, Ravens.
Like I said, there's no way the Ravens are winning this game. They're going to get blowed out this game. So I'm taking the Packers.
Yeah, I got the Packers as well. Sunday night game, Saints at Bucks.
I gotta take the Bucks. If Taysom Hill is starting for the Saints, I can't pick the Saints, so I'm taking the Bucks. I don't care who's
playing for, unless it's Jameis, which it isn't. I got the Bucks winning this game. They're 6-0 at home since the Super Bowl, so I'm picking the Bucks for the Sunday night game. The Monday night games, the non-Monday night game, the early game is the Raiders at the Browns. So yeah. Now, I think by game time, the Browns should have both their quarterbacks back from COVID.
I'm taking the Raiders.
Oh. Okay, if they don't, then Nick Mullins will be the quarterback of the Browns.
I'm going to take the Raiders.
Okay. I don't trust the Raiders. I think they got destroyed this past game. I don't believe them at all. I'm picked if only, again, the caveat, if Baker or his backup, Chase Keenum, play, I'm picking the Browns. Of course, if it's Nick Mullins, I'm picking the Raiders. The true Monday night game, Vikings Bears. Who you got?
I'll go.
6-7 Vikings.
I'll pick the Bears.
The Bears. All right. The Vikings need this game. I'm going to pick the Vikings. But I think the Bears are going to win. But I'm going to pick the Vikings. They need this game to stay alive in the playoff race. 7 p.m. on Tuesday, the Tuesday night doubleheader. We got the Seahawks on the road against the Rams. Who you got?
Seahawks.
Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah. Again, the NFC West is weird. They have these rivalries where one team can't beat the other. The Rams did great on the road beating the Cardinals. I think they're going to keep going and win this game. OBJ is activated from the COVID list. He's going to play. One of the running backs is going to come back from the COVID list. I think the Rams are going to win this game against the Seahawks. And the other 7 p.m. Tuesday night game, Washington on the road against the Eagles. I think Jalen Hurts is available for this game. Right now, Washington is missing both of their quarterbacks. They did get their defensive linemen back, though, from COVID list to play in this game. Who you got?
The Washington football team.
All right, I have the Eagles winning this game.
Okay.
All right, so real quick, I think there's a Thursday night game. We have, and 2 Saturday night games, which is Christmas. So real quick, 49ers Titans Thursday night.
Who's the home team?
Titans.
I'll take the Titans.
Okay, I'm taking the Titans as well. Browns Packers, and second team is always a home team, so Browns Packers on Christmas.
I'm taking the Packers.
Taking the Packers as well, and Christmas night, Colts Cardinals.
Oh,
that's a good one.
I'll take the Colts.
I'm taking the Colts too. Good job. All right, everybody. That is it for this week. That is it. I want to thank everybody for joining in on NYMD Podcast. Hopefully you can find us on our Facebook, IG, and the Twitter. Of course, we're here on StreamYard, YouTube. Please subscribe and like, and we really appreciate it. Of course, we're on all podcast formats, our Spreaker and Stitcher apps, Google Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, iTunes, wherever you find podcasts, you will find NYMD Podcast. Merry Sithmas to you all. And this is the week where you can watch all Christmas movies. If you watch them before this, I discount you as a human being.
What?
No, I'm just joking. No, but It's a Wonderful Life can only be watched Christmas week and Christmas Story on Christmas Day.
That I agree with.
Elf can be seen all December 1.
Yes.
And, and Charlie Brown Christmas Special.
Yes.
All those. Yes.
Yeah.
But It's a Wonderful Life, Christmas Story is Christmas Day. Period. That will be said. That is done. That is written. Everybody enjoy. Go ahead. What you got, sir?
Oh, I'm glad you said that is done. That is said. That is written because you omitted Die Hard from the list. Anyway, go ahead.
Yeah, well, that's all year round, but it's a Christmas movie, so we love that.
Okay.
So thank you, everybody, for tuning in. We will see you. Have a great Christmas. Ow, I just hit my hand. That hurt. Have a great Christmas. Enjoy. Be safe, everybody, and just take care. Get your shots, wear your mask, and watch Die Hard. See you guys.
Peace out, y'all. Merry Christmas.
Christmas movie like Gremlins.